Hello everybody, it's Juggling 1000 even Pony for Duty, welcoming you to another one of my side videos, excluding the fact of the announcement videos of a new Let's Play, like I mentioned in the previous recording that I did. Now, last time you saw me do a recording, I made a suggestion of top 10 video, not top 10 videos, I made a top 10 list of Pokemon for Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon that I wanted to have a Mega Evolution. I obviously haven't received many comments of it yet because, well, the video has not long been published. But I can tell you this. I asked a friend which option he wanted to choose between option 1 and option 2. Nobody even knows what option 1 and option 2 is. Only I do. And in case you're wondering what option 1 was, you're about to find out in this video. Because this video is obviously going to be called Option 1 Revealed and Explained. And obviously, for your eyes, you are not going to be able to see what the actual list is going to be until I start doing talk about it. Now, obviously, like I said before, last time we did a top 10 of possible megas that I wanted for Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. And I did say for the number 1 spot to be all of the starter Pokemon, excluding Generation 7. So, without any further ado, let's get on with the next top 10. Whatever is going to be. The pretty scenery of my desktop. But you're not going to be able to see it long because the top 10 is going to be top 10 possible Alola forms for Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. This I've actually put a lot of thinking about because I didn't want to use the same Pokemon that were going to have a Mega Evolution in my opinion. Because, like I say, if it was going to have something like Kingdra or Cryogonal, there's no point in having them having a Alola form as well. So, taking place at number 10 for possible Alola forms, Alomomola. And I've also put down in brackets what possible typing I would want it to be. I decided to make Alomomola to be an Alola form to be a water psychic type because of its appearance. I mean, in the anime, it shows that Alomomola can actually heal other Pokemon's status conditions, as far as I'm aware of. And mainly, you have certain moves like Heal Pulse, which is a Psychic type move, which heals up your opponent's moves. So, if Alomomola can actually heal up your opponent's or your teammate's health or status condition or whatever, why not make it a water psychic type? Because it sort of makes sense. Because considering the fact that, well, would you really want to have an Alomomola that's a plain water type that's going to get knocked out in one hit? Let's be real about this, okay? So that's actually number 10. Number 9 is going to be Electros. Now, without a doubt, I love Electros. I've actually used one in a team many times. He's obviously known as a plain electric type with Levitate for the ability, which I still want this Alola form for Electros to have if it does become one. But I've decided to make him a water electric type because he's basically an electric eel. And you can only find electric eels in the sea. And since the Alola region is based in Hawaii, which is surrounded by sea, it would make a whole lot of sense to find Tynamos, Electrics, and Electros in the water wherever you go while fishing. Mainly Tynamo though, not Electros. You have to evolve Tynamo all the way up to Electros in order to see the Alola form for Electros when you get the chance. I'm thinking that since Electros will be a water electric type, he can actually learn a variety of moves to help cover his ground weakness if some people were going to be using abilities like Mold Breaker, Terra Fault, etc. So he could actually learn the move Scald, he could learn Surf, Waterfall, etc. We could make him a hybrid attacker as well. So he can learn a lot of variety of water, electric, and also other kinds of moves that help cover other Pokemon's weaknesses. So having an Alola form for Electros would be really unique. So for number 8, Luxray. Now I know what you're thinking. Everybody has always wanted to see a Mega Evolution for Luxray. But alas, I think he should actually get an Alola form instead. And because look at his design. Without a doubt, you would have thought he would have been a dark type, right? Nope, he's a plain electric. So why not make sure that he's aware where you can actually find a Shinx in the cave that is really, really dark, like the ones you require Flash to use, and make him an electric dark type, because we never really have had an electric dark type, I believe. If we have, then I can't remember when the last time we had one. So, considering that Luxray can already learn moves like Crunch, Bite, possibly Foul Play maybe, I don't know. But I think Luxray should be an electric dark type to learn a lot of more variety of dark type moves. He can also become a special attacker this time and not a physical attacker, and can also learn the move like Dark Pulse. Because I think that should be very, very unique. Now for number 7, we have got Floatzel. Now I know what you're thinking with Floatzel, because I've actually used a Floatzel before, and they're not particularly defensive. Now obviously in the anime, you'll notice that Floatzel has a flotation device around his neck to help him stay afloat on the water, and also help save people's lives when they're drowning. So I'm thinking, why not make Alola Floatzel look like an actual lifeguard Pokemon that lifeguards always use when they're on the seaside in the Alola region, and make him become a water ground type, because he spends most of his time on the sand in the sea, at the seaside, than anywhere else. So he'll be running on the ground, holding onto a surfboard or something, and he'll be surfing on the water, saving people's lives. He can do anything. But I think it's also very unique, because even though it would make him have a quad disadvantage to grass, he can learn Ice Beam anyway, so it makes a whole lot of sense. No, hang on. I just realized I accidentally pressed the whoops. I accidentally pressed the space button, and it moved it all the way up there. So yeah, I think Floatzel should have an Alola form to be a water ground type, even though he has had even though he will have a quad disadvantage to grass, but he will be able to cover it anyway. Plus the fact that he's really fast as well. Now for number 6, Tropius. Now Tropius, many people don't have a lot of love for this Pokemon, and to be honest, even I don't. With him being a grass flying type, being a quad disadvantage to ice, which most grass type Pokemon are, it's not really fun to use a Pokemon like Tropius. I think, because of the fact that he's known as a banana tree, we do have coconut trees that happen in the Alola region, as well as like Hawaii. So why not make Tropius' design look like an actual tree that has coconuts growing as his beard that will act like rocks, and he'll become a grass rock type, because they'll rule out his quad disadvantage to ice full stop. It will even change his type variety of weaknesses, because we obviously have had a grass rock type Pokemon before with Cradily, but we never had another grass rock type since then. I mean, Cradily was first introduced in Generation 3, and we're in Generation 7 now, and we still haven't seen another grass rock type, and I think we should highly deserve another one. And it would be amazing to see Tropius make a return, but as a grass rock type, it would be hugely amazing. But the other Pokemon that's actually able to beat him in this top 10 list, for number 5, we have got Milotic. Now, no question about it, I love using Milotic. This is one of my all-time favorite water-type Pokemon. With the common strategy of attacking while at the same time having moves like Aqua Ring and Recover, it makes this Pokemon annoying as hell to knock out, but much more fun to use. Because I've obviously used the Milotic in a competitive battle, and I won thanks to this Pokemon. And I think, because it's known as a beauty Pokemon, we should make him a water fairy type, considering that fairies are normally to be beautiful. So making it a water fairy type would make it look particularly unique. You would still be able to find it in the water, obviously, because I know Milotic was found one episode in the anime when Lily fished it out of the sea, and it was showing its normal form of water. So I highly believe Milotic may not get an Alola form in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. But if she does, I'll be hugely impressed. Spotting at number 4, we have got Sneasel and Reveiled. And yeah, I know what you're thinking. Some people have obviously said that they would want to see something happen with Sneasel more often. Even I agree. I'm not particularly impressed with this Ice Dark type. So why not make it an Alola form where you can actually make it look like a ninja. Because Sneasel and Weavile do look like to be ninja Pokemon. So why not make an Ice Ghost type? So that way they can sneak up on their prey, attack them, and probably do whatever. You can also learn. You can actually make sure you can learn a lot of variety of moves like Shadow Punch, Shadow Sneak, for the priority move like Fake Out, for instance. You could learn Shadow Claw. Possibly still be able to learn the moves of Crunch and Play Rough and whatnot. Like, just spread it out a bit more with Sneasel and Weavile. Okay, now for number 3, we have got Butterfree. Now, without a doubt, I wanted Butterfree to have an Alola form ever since Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon first came out. Well, Sun and Moon came out. Yes, I know for definite they have introduced Caterpie as a capturable Pokemon in Sun and Moon in Route 1. And they still haven't decided to change Butterfree's appearance and type from bug flying. I mean, no question about it. It does make sense considering that it is a bug and it does fly in midair. But really, why make a bug-type Pokemon like Butterfree learn Psybeam when it doesn't really help cover any of his weaknesses? Which is what made me think about Butterfree's Alola form to be a bug psychic. Because it will learn a lot more variety of psychic moves rather than just learning Psybeam because of those chaotic red eyes that he has. It would actually learn lots of interesting moves like Psyshock or Psykick, possibly Zen Headbutt, but then again it's a butterfly, so there's no point teaching a Headbutt. So yeah, I would like Butterfree to have an Alola form, even though it has already shown in the Alola region once. I would like to see it make a return as an Alola Pokemon. Now for Pokemon number 2, Tangrowth. Now, straight away you're thinking, why Tangrowth? He's known as the Fine Pokemon, which is a plain grass type. And I'm not saying I have a particular hatred for grass types, because I don't. There are some grass types I do not like because of their quad disadvantage, like a fire, ice, bug, poison, and flying. Because if you're using a bug grass type, there's a quad disadvantage to fire and flying. If you're using a grass ground, grass dragon, grass flying, you have a quad disadvantage to ice, as well as grass water if you use a certain move like freeze dry. For poison, you got grass and fairy. And for bug, you got grass and psychic. So I thought, why not make Tangrowth to be the exact same type as Ludicolo and make it a grass water type? Because you see how he's designed, it's like, because obviously he's a fine Pokemon, so why not make him become an Alola form Pokemon where you can actually find him in the water to be known as coral or seaweed or just anything you normally find in the sea, underwater. It would make total sense for Tangrowth because I think that's what he should have been from the start. Yet, he was decided to look like a bush that is just covered in spaghetti. So, yeah. Obviously, there were other Pokemon I wanted to use in this Alola form, but there's only one Pokemon I actually came up with, but I decided to change it for Butterfree, which was Crobat. Because you know Crobat is a poison flying type, and everybody loves Crobat. I honestly thought, why not change Crobat's appearance from being a poison flying to either be a poison dark or a dark flying? Because you know, you can only find Zubats in the nighttime out in the roots or in a cave. Which makes total sense for it to be a dark type, because dark types would normally hang in a dark cave. So if it became a poison dark type, that would be unique, but it would rule out his design of becoming a flying Pokemon. So I think Crobat would be a dark flying type. And yes, Crobat was actually listed as number 3, but then I swapped it for Butterfree. So I think Crobat might be best to keep as a poison flying type, but if you're actually on the same page as me of wanting it to be a dark flying type, then I'm glad I've actually impressed some of you. But I know how a lot of you love the Pokemon Crobat, and I don't really want to do anything against it, because I know how much you love it. Even I do. Okay? So with that now said, let's now go to number 1, which is, believe it or not, Primeape. Now, without a doubt, Primeape, many people have had ups and downs about it. I have used a Primeape once before, but it's just not able to take any hits. I mean, with it being a plain fighting type, you probably think he's able to take lots of hits and deal a lot of damage. But, unfortunately, this Primeape does neither. The only thing he's good at is speed. Nothing else. Just speed. So, why not make him an Alola form where he becomes a fighting ground type, because he is known as the pig monkey Pokemon. So, you see pigs rolling around in mud, and he's obviously known as a fighting type anyway, so why not make a pig monkey a fighting ground type where you would often find him rolling around in the mud, his fur to be all covered in mud when you find him in the wild, and you can actually catch him, train him, make him become like a professional boxing Pokemon or whatever, and he could learn a lot of interesting moves, like he could do sand attack, so that way he could probably sneak from behind and then attack the Pokemon from behind or whatever. He could do Stomping Tantrum, because he can originally learn that. Obviously, he will learn Cross Chop, without a doubt. So, yeah. I would like this to be a thing. So, with that now being said, I hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as I'm, recording. And next time, in my recordings, you're going to be seeing me cover the last top 10 list. Once again, only I know what it is. And believe me when I say this, we have had Megas, we have had Alola forms. But the third list is something that nobody, and I mean nobody, has even come up with. And I'm certain you will be impressed once you see it. I know straight away when you see it at first in your reaction, you'll be like, wait, what? Hang on, what's he on about? I mean, that makes no sense. But trust me, you will soon understand what I mean. So, anyway, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate... Oh, by the way, actually, in case you probably was not familiar, recently this week, I have been receiving a lot of likes on my Facebook page like crazy. I mean, on Monday I had like 5 likes in one day, then the next day I had 4, then the next day I had 6. So, the people that are liking my Facebook page, I hugely appreciate your generosity for showing a like for my page. I really appreciate you showing a like for me. And if you want to see a lot more, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can follow me on Facebook. You can follow me on Twitter. I will send the links in the description below. And with that said, join me next time when I cover the next top 10 list. See you guys next time.